Hi, hello! Lynn's here with a brand new review video. I got some new markers and some other fun stuff I wanted to talk to you guys about and share with you. So, let's get right into it. First thing I bought was a pack of Ohuhu Markers, which is a company I've never heard of, but I figured I'd give them a shot. Now, first point against them, there was a sticker over these printed letters, and when I peeled it off, the letters came with, so that's pretty cool. But the case it came in was pretty nice. There's a little carrying strap, and the material that the case is made of is pretty heavy weight, or at least it seems, so that's nice. It was a 40 pack of markers, and there is a nice variety of colors, so that's pretty cool. I hate dictating myself to like 5 similar shaded markers. The barrels themselves are pretty heavy weight. They feel nice in your hand, which is pretty cool. These are double-sided, but wow, these caps are hard to get off. I ended up accidentally marking myself with one. Now they come in a broad chisel tip, as well as a narrow bullet tip, which I'm not exactly a fan of. I prefer brush heads, but it seems like it's taking a while for all the other companies to get on that trend. But other people might appreciate a hard bullet tip, so, you know, to each their own. Now, these don't really roll easily, which is nice. I hate chasing my markers all over the place, and they are labeled on the caps for easy view and selection. However, something I noticed as soon as I opened the bag, like 3 of these markers just had the printing kind of chipped off, so I'm not sure if these were used or if that was just like a printing defect, but didn't exactly bode well, that's for sure. Anyway, next thing I bought were the Sakura Souffle pens. Now, I've heard a lot of really cool stuff about these pens, so I decided to give them a shot. They apparently dry to have like this 3D effect, so I'm really looking forward to using these a bit more. But yeah, so I thought it was worth a shot. Now, the pens themselves feel a little bit cheap, but they are pretty inexpensive, so I guess that makes sense. They are very cute looking though. I do like the rounded caps, and I like the white printed letters on the side of the barrel. Like I said, they're just very cute and simple looking. The caps themselves, you don't have to worry about them falling off because, holy crap, I had to really yank them off. These are a regular ballpoint head, by the way. But yeah, these caps, guys. Man, I hope that these like get easier to open over time because I hate yanking on them. I feel like that's just unnecessary. Next thing I bought was a Pentel Fude Touch sign pen. This is a new pen. I've never used it before. Kind of meh feeling to the touch, you know, sort of like kind of cheap feeling plastic. However, it does have this really cool sparkle effect, so it still looks nice. You know, it doesn't feel the best, it's kind of meh, but aesthetically I really like it. This isn't a brush head. Apparently it's a felt tip, but it does have varying line widths, so it feels like a brush pen. I'll get into that a little bit more later, but yeah, it's an interesting setup. The other pen I bought was the Pilot Fudeyaku double-sided brush pen. I have used this before, but I needed a new one, and we'll get into that in a second. As the title would imply, this has 2 sides. There's a medium brush tip, which I don't really use. I don't really like brush tips. Or at least not ones that have a lot of give like this one does. However, it also has a fine brush head, which is the one that I use, and it's a little bit more firm, and there's still varying line widths, but it isn't so, there it goes. It isn't so, you know, hard to control like the medium side or other brush heads are. As I said, I have used this before. I don't know why mine looks different. They are the same pen, I promise. However, the thing that went wrong with mine, and I would be wary of this as you buy them, is, like I said, I prefer the fine head, but it dried out like ridiculously quickly. I'd only used it a few times before it stopped working, so I'm hoping that that doesn't happen with this new one, but, you know, just caution to everyone else. I also bought these masking stickers, and it comes in a really cute package, and they are sealed on the inside, so you don't really have to worry as much about contamination during shipping. I'm not sure if I just didn't read it right, or if this wasn't labeled on the shipping information, or the product information, I'm sorry. I thought these were going to be, you know, solid one-piece stickers. However, they're not. They're already they're kind of kiss cut. It's a little bit hard to see on the top row. They're cut into little circle shapes, and the rest of the sheet is segmented into other, you know, small rectangles. And that's neat, but not really what I wanted. Anyway, on to the review drawing. It's May, so I decided to do a mermaid, because mermaid... I'm not really a fan of this picture, so I'm not going to really talk about it very much. I will get into the prices, though, of the products. So the Sakura 10-piece Souffle pens was $11.52. The masking sticker set with 27 sheets was $3.65. The Pentel Fude pen was $4.70. The Pilot Fudeyaku double-sided pen was $4.79. And the Ohuhu markers were $21.99. And for the record, I am a member of Amazon Prime, so I do not pay for shipping on any of these items, and they are eligible for the 2-day shipping if you are interested in that and are also a Prime member. Now, on to the actual critiques of these in terms of performance. So, the only thing that really blew me away was the Pentel Fude pen. I absolutely love this pen. I'm going to be using it more. I love how, like I said, it isn't a brush head. It's a felt tip, but it has the feeling of a brush head. And it's very firm, so you do get different line waves depending on your pressure, but it isn't like a regular brush pen like the Gasa Fude, which is very hard for me to control. But this pen is fantastic. And I feel that the ink consistency is really, really nice. There are a few places that I kind of got like a little bit splotchy, but that's just due to me not being used to it. And also there were a few streaking issues, but nothing that ridiculous. The ink seemed to dry pretty fast, so I would recommend that. Now, the markers. Not exactly blown away by them. They're not terrible, and I would recommend them to anybody that's on a really strict budget and wants to practice with alcohol-based markers. However, they don't really blend very well. The colors aren't exactly the best. As you could just see, some of them kind of just splurt on you, and you can't really do anything about that afterwards. Yeah, just wasn't exactly a stellar... I feel bad because I really did walk into this hoping that I found a really, really good and cheap alternative, you know, for some nice alcohol-based markers, but they're just kind of, I'm gonna stick to my Copics and my, you know, my Pro markers and Prismacolors, I guess. Yeah, and some of the caps feel like they're gonna be much more vibrant in terms of ink, but they're not. It just wasn't, kind of a lackluster experience. The Souffle pens I've only used, I guess I can't really say how good those are. I've only used them for like 15 seconds on this picture. They seem pretty cool. The ink consistency is a little bit hard to get out, apparently, but I just need to use them a little bit more and go on from there, I guess. So I'm not really reviewing those. Those were just a cool little thing that I got, and I wanted to show you guys. I haven't used the masking stickers or anything, or the new Fudeyaku pen. And here is our finished product. Again, I'm not super crazy about this picture. I've been having some art block related issues recently, but I feel that it kind of shows the all-encompassing response to the Ohuhu markers. So yeah, I feel that it fits. If you have any questions or comments about this review, please let me know. But I would rate the pens probably like a 5 out of 10, maybe. Just not the best, but not the worst either. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, have a wonderful and safe day.